jet wash, so it'll probably get cleaned one more time. Stroker 6 liters and boost ready 5.3s at $5,000 or whatever it is we have into them in parts.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, a little different video. We're going to be touring Ranken Technical College. They have a high performance and tuning program, so we're going to be checking it out. They also have like a heating and cooling program, electrical, automotive, all that stuff. So come with me today, check this place out. I'm really excited to see the performance and tuning side, so yeah, let's get into it.
But why don't we head over to high performance? We got a bit of a jog getting across there. The campus is broke up into basically 4 main buildings, I guess. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna take that RX-8, has a bad rotary in it right now. We're gonna pull that out. We're gonna put one of our 5.3 LSs that we built over here, put it in there, bolt on everything as far as the hydro, everything, have it full setup drift car. Take it back apart, put it back in stock, bring the students in 1 week. We're going to turn it into a drift car, and then we're going to take it out here to the back lot, and we're going to let Austin Blair drift it around here.
That's awesome. That's sweet. I mean, that's crazy. To do that at school, you know, that's sweet.
For our construction, it's kind of cool too. On back behind Marianne Lee, which is even the next building, you can't even see the end of our campus yet. There's a whole nother, we gotta go across page in a whole nother building. But then behind there, we bought that block. Or we bought a section of that block.
Yeah.
And the houses are all just, you know, ran down, fallen down. And the construction department started building new houses.
That's awesome.
So we built 4 of them. And then they get sold or given, I don't know how that works, to
whoever,
you know, low income or needy families.
No, that's great.
You can kind of see them. They're exactly the same house, but like one's gray, one's blue, one's.
That's what I like about this place is like you guys are just.
Well, you know, again, it goes back to that. You can't get that at any other school.
No, you don't. Like you're getting real hands-on. Like this is what you're gonna do. Like in the field, that's how you learn. Is like you just got to jump into it.
I think there's 14 total buildings. This building right here is just our just residential electric.
Because like I don't learn out of a book. I mean, I can sit there for 45 minutes to an hour and, you know, get the basics, but I need to do it.
Yeah.
And once I do it, then
this parking lot is what we actually clear out, and then we throw all of our tires out to actually build an entire racetrack for the go-karts right inside this parking lot. We set up, this is actually the starting line in the get-go, and we set the pits up over in like that handicap parking, and then they'll come right around here, make this whole big circle, and then weave in and out the center, and finish up over there.
That's sweet. How often do you guys do that?
We do it 2 weeks every summer.
Okay. Just for their students?
Yep, and so that's when we bring in like the middle school and high school students. And I think they run like 25 or 30 students each week. That one always fills up right away. That's the one that everybody tries to get into.
Yeah.
So we run a lot of them. Pretty much every department puts together a program. Even in collision, we do an airbrushing class.
Okay.
But unfortunately, everybody wants to ride go-karts.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I come out here and volunteer to work that one because as the students get done, it's an open track. So I'll go for like a half an hour each afternoon.
Oh, yeah. How long have you had a GTR?
I've only had it a little over a year.
And you had a Trans Am before that?
Well, I haven't had the Trans Am in a little bit. Before the GTR, I had a 65 Corvette. Before that, I had a 99 Corvette. Then I guess I did have my 02 Trans Am. I had 97 Trans Am. I've had, I mean, if I'd go on and on, I've had a ton of different cars. Yeah, these are actual race go karts here. They get up and go. You'd really be surprised. These are some pretty fast ones.
This is insane for a school, dude. Like, all the see engines and engine dyno. This is wild.
Yeah, so this is actually high performance.
Like, for this to be a school is insane. Like, look at that freaking blower on that thing.
Yeah. This thing over here, Zach can tell you about it. This is like a 3.8 liter blower.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah. That's because we always talk about. I was like, yeah, that was the same size engine that was in my car, and that's just the blower pumping that much air.
Yeah, one of my first cars was a 3.8 Impala.
Yeah.
Was that a Whipple?
Yeah. Or no, for some reason I think it's like
Maggie, yeah.
No, it is Whipple.
Oh, okay. That's probably one of their.
That throttle bar.
That's probably their biggest one, right?
I think so. I think it's even been ported. I think it's like a 3.1 ported or something like
That's
that.
That's probably pretty new.
They just bought. Yeah, that's like within the last 6 months.
Yeah, that's a newer.
I don't even know. This motor is maybe fired up, but it's like just now because we're starting. I think they're going to start trying to do like a Gen 3 Hemi. Since we're so LS based, again, we're trying to spread our wings a little bit. So they're going to start getting into the Gen 3 Hemi stuff. That's supposed to be 1,400 plus horsepower.
I bet. Look at the heads on it. That's going to be a monster. That's going to be yeah. Are they going to put that in a car or no?
Not that I know of yet.
Was it a small block?
Yeah, I'm sure that's still another, that's a 4.8, or I don't know, 4.853, still LS with the blower on it. We got that 32. We got a few of these blowers running around that we put on a lot of stuff.
I mean, like, you're not going to learn this stuff at nowhere else.
Yeah. And this is all just for the tuning. Again, we got the Hull Tech, we got the Terminator. I don't make it over here too much, but you can see it out there. You got it on the screen. You can see it at the computer. You can also view it from inside the training wall there.
That's crazy. I mean, like, I would just want to take this stuff to learn it.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you can come in and just do the night training class. I think that's actually our new evening tuner instructor over here with Zach right now.
Well, I'll have to talk to him.
You can learn to tune your car the right way.
I don't have I mean, you guys use HP tuners or no?
We do have HP tuners. I think that is...
Because mine's a factory ECU still on my Trans Am.
Yeah.
It's all HP tuners though.
And I know they were comparing it a lot, because I don't think it's too much different than this Hull Tech. But yeah, I definitely know we have it. That's what they did all the LS.
Now, do you guys work with Hull Tech, or you just buy it off the shelf type deal, or they give you deals on that type of stuff?
We probably got a little bit of a deal, but probably not as good as we should have.
Right.
Zach, again, he's the guy to talk to.
This is insane. This blows my mind for being a school. Like, what?
Then our chassis dyno is over here on the other side.
This is the 3,000 horsepower one.
We can go ahead and we would make a whole circle around this way. I don't know how much this chassis dyno will go up to.
I thought he said 3,000 when I talked to him.
This is out of their Aston Martin, and then we turn into the simulator.
Yeah, I seen this at the auto show. Remember, it was all the way on the end next to, who was down there? Was that Vaughn?
Yeah, all the...
Vaughn Getting Jr. was there. RTR.
RTR, there you go.
Yeah. You guys talk to him at all?
He came over and he played on this a little bit. Yeah, they...
That'd be a good one to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
This thing did have an LS in it here, too. We had LSs in just about everything. Of course, you saw this one at the car show.
Yeah, this
That
is
was
awesome.
the vet that was supposed to be there.
This thing's rowdy. It's loud. Wow, that bet's nice.
Yeah, it's all 454 LS, T56,
Wow.
9-inch.
Dang. What kind of car does that got?
What's that?
What kind of car does he have?
Oh, this is actually his here. I can't tell you what's all going in the motor in it, and then I know he has a Blazer, and then BMW, a Cadillac as far as straight cars. But,
Was he swapping this or?
well, I think it. So this is kind of based off the Trailblazer that it says.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
So I think it already had like a 4.8 in it, and I think he can tell you he just put this motor in, and he had I think a 4L80 in it, and had some issues, so he's had to take the transmission out to get some work done on it. This thing sounds pretty good when it fires up too.
Yeah, if I was a teacher, I'd have some cool stuff being worked on here. Now to get on, this is separate than like GM and Ford program, right? This is your high performance side, right?
Yeah.
So how do they place in guys with that? Are they having, getting them jobs or getting them in somewhere? How's that going?
So that's been an ongoing problem. And right now, when it was high performance, you were supposed to be going out and either getting a job on an internship, or you could take our retro tech class and we'd have you work on like that 66 GTO. You'd be the one doing that vet. You'd be working that basically like your job, but doing it here at Ranken. Problem was you was first supposed to go get the internship. You would first and foremost start to go to work. They just couldn't find the job.
Yeah, because there's not many people that do like full off resto, like pro touring that I can really think of. I mean,
so that retro tech class just started blowing up to where there was like ended up with 19 students in the class, and we kind of talked about how that's already a big number.
is that a NASCAR?
Yeah.
Freaking Dale?
Yeah.
That thing's sweet.
We did have a dirt track car too. I don't know what that thing.
Race at 55 or high 55?
They did for a little while. I don't think they raced in a long time.
Did they race this?
No, just a dyno thing.
Oh, here's the dyno, huh? Sweet.
But anyway, so that class started to blow up because they just couldn't get jobs just because there's not a need. So now ever since Matt came in here, they're actually starting the new, it's not going to be high performance anymore, it's going to be the motorsports program. And it's not going to be internship based. You're going to have like the opportunity, you're going to have an allotted amount of time where you can go race with the race team. Like we have one student who's actually with Ryan Dillon in Formula Drift, and he, goes out to like 4 or 5 different events. So he has like that Thursday and Friday off, and he'll actually go be a part of that race team.
That's cool.
But there won't be an internship based in it. Mr. Zach, you got a minute or two, sir?
Building a nitrous 6.6, the new LAT motor, and I was thinking that'd be a cool.
6.6?
Yeah.
What is that out of?
The new trucks, the big.
Oh, the Chevys?
Yeah.
Okay. Chevy gassers.
Yep.
Cool.
We're building a nitrous one of those that I was gonna hit it with like 800 or something, and
800 shot?
Yeah.
Ooh, what compression are they in factory?
I don't know what it is factory. We did custom piston, rod, all that stuff. So.
Gee-mini. Are you gonna put it in what car? Not sure.
I'm thinking about putting it in the Firebird
Okay.
because it's already a drag car.
Yeah, it's got the trans and rear already and suspension.
But we've been considering playing with that the compressed air charging system too, just because that seems like something that you could do a lot of science with, and that's kind of what we're about, is how hard can we push it,
That's what I'm saying. You guys need a YouTube channel.
We have a person working on, so the school does not have social media people as a job. So we have a student worker who's been, we bought a camera, and she comes to a lot of our events and then has been making videos like TikToks and making a YouTube video for the Model T project that's over there. And the goal is like once a month for her to complete one of the bigger YouTube videos about like some particular project that we're doing.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Is she putting all her videos up, or where can we see her videos at?
We are kind of waiting because we've been going back and forth with Cheryl about, what do we like about it, what do we not like about it. So her and I are gonna meet this week and we'll go over it again, but
Yeah.
2 balancers. And then, line board.
These all LS blocks or?
Yeah. Yep. Just this stuff that the students use to practice on.
Sweet.
And that was gonna be up there, the original plan was to do, when students come in from the high schools, have them do yeah, that engine teardown and rebuild, but we never get them for long enough, so that it always just ends up in pieces, so we kind of pause that until like 5.
How long are you getting them for?
When they come in from the high schools, we get them for like 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
enough.
so they we want to have something interactive, so we're trying to figure out how to have something up there that is not teaching them how to run a machine that they don't understand any of the context on.
Right.
And the dyno works cool, but when you get 50 people in here, there can only be so many people around the dyno, you know, so. Programs here do this kind of thing where they produce a lot of stuff. So in this room is 14 LS and LT engines that'll get finished up in the next probably 3 or 4 weeks. And so all the machine work is done on all these. You know, it's machined, jet washed, it'll probably get cleaned one more time. All the cranks have been balanced and all the work has been done to them. It's time to assemble. So when we get all these done, what used to happen is whoever was in charge over here would just kind of like call the people who had expressed interest in buying them and then try to sell them. Well, the problem is we ended up sitting on like 8 of them for a few years, and we don't make money on these, so we sell these at parts cost. You know, stroker 6 liters and boost ready 5.3s at $5,000 or whatever it is we have into them in parts.
Did they make this chassis or did you buy the chassis? Or?
Right, so we bought it in pieces. Actually, it came all these boxes are still part of it. So you just buy everything you see here. Now we did go in and we painted it. When it comes, it's just raw metal, everything's raw metal. Kind of like we wanted to actually come in and paint these, but we ran out of time. So this is what you start with, and then we came in and had students kind of paint it out.
Thanks, that was cool.
Yeah, they wanted this red and black. We decided to throw a little gold flake in there to try to brighten it up. Without the lights, it looks just red and black. Try to throw a little flavor in on it.
Yeah, these electric motors and vehicles, they're just like torque monsters. Like they're fast.
Oh yeah. Last so a few.
You have a Tesla, you know, right?
Right. Yeah, but well, mine's just the P90D. It's not a flat or anything.
But they're fast. Though.
Oh, it's still still fast. I got that GTR too, and I'll be honest, when you just go from a stop, that thing feels like it pulls as hard as the GTR does.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, these are actually some of the, so these are motors, go-kart motors. These are the motors that we tear apart, take them all the way down to just a piston and then build them back.
What horsepower are these?
I'm not sure.
They look like,
11s, yeah. Well, at least, I'm sure it is.
I wonder what horsepower is in them gateway ones, because they're fast.
Yeah, and I'll show you, that's what I was going to say, I'll show you our other racing cars too. They're not that style, but we set up, what we do is we go around and collect all the used tires. We go to like Dow's and all those tire places, and we got a box truck and just fill it up with used tires, and that's what we make our racetrack out of. So they do one day of building engines, one day of building carts. Those are just the carts that they build right there. That's not the ones we race.
Oh, okay.
But they build the carts, and then we go over and I can start running them as like a full race team. They gotta do laps, so we do like 2 laps and they have to hop out, get back in, do a whole pit stop and everything. And then by Friday, we actually let the parents or guardians, whoever, come in and do a true race for the win. And it's a ton of fun. They get really into it.
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
This year, it's still a really good job.
Perfect.
How long have you been master's for?
Actually, it's all I've ever done. So I graduated high school in '08, went out there to Wildcat until 10, and then when I came back, I started working at Taylor like a dealership down in Carbondale, and went to school down there to finish out my degree, and been working in it ever since. So really been working in it since 2010. And then I bought my own shop in 2014 and had my own shop for 10 years in 2024. And came here just in intentions of teaching some night school.
Yeah.
And then I ran one class, and before I knew it, was like, hey, you want to come in and teach day school? I'll give it a try. Well, that lasted from October to January, and then January, I was like, you just want to run the program? Okay, sure, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So now I've been doing that since January of last year.
That's awesome. Future Ranken student.
Yeah, right.
HVAC guy, or what do you think?
Whatever he wants, I guess. Anything blue collar.
Yeah, gotta leave it up to them.
Yeah.
Gotta have passion in it.
Yeah.
Make it enjoyable every day.
Mm-hmm. I love the blue on that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that thing started as just a plain F-150, and it was a rollover.
Oh.
And then there's not a single nut, bolt, screw that hasn't been taken off that thing and repaired, replaced, or fixed.
It looks great.
And then now, of course, turning into the Raptor clones. It's got the Raptor fenders, flares, quarters, bedsides, everything. Got it a little bit lifted up, wheels and tires.
Like a grabber blue.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you and your students do this?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a long-term project. I think they bought the truck, I believe, in 2016 or maybe 2017. And then I said it's a whole new frame underneath of it.
Wow.
It was a very, very big long-term project.
Yeah.
And basically the interior and the engine is all that's original truck.
Is it 5.0 or
5.0, yep, still got V8 in
10
it.
speed?
You know, I'm not sure. I'd imagine 10-speed, yeah. Definitely automatic, but I don't know what
I love that
transmission.
setup 5.0 10 speed. I had a 19 Mustang with it, and them cars are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That 10 speed hits.
Yeah. Well, and then that gearing's so close, too. I mean, you're always in the power.
Yeah, it just kept pulling. It felt like it was boosted, but
Yeah.
it was just a stock Coyote with the 10 speed.
And those all wired in. And then also on all, like, the parking sensors,
Mhm.
they used to sit a lot lower and inboard.
Right.
So they had to extend all the wiring harnesses out to reach these new bumpers.
What are these things in the corner called?
So these are just going to be marker lights. Just a light. Just like when you have your park or daytime running lights.
Oh, okay.
So here, I think the lights. So this is all this right
Yeah, so you change front and rear bumpers.
Yeah, front and rear bumpers. Everything here is Raptor.
Okay.
And now what we're working on, though, the suspension is a little bit different. So it's supposed to get a big skid plate that goes off the front here.
Right.
However, the way this cross member is a little bit different on the plain F-150 versus the Raptor.
Mhm.
So it doesn't have our mounts that we need. So we're trying to, but this, it's kind of the iconic, once you get this big, it's painted silver.
Baja
beads.
looking
Yeah.
rally. Yeah. I guess you could probably, get some CNC tabs mounted and tack them up to bolt it to.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to make some brackets that would maybe come off of,
Yeah, just
not
bolt.
the suspension, but maybe off these bolts and then just drop down.
That would work, yeah.
So just bolt straight up.
Yeah, some L brackets.
So then same thing, all these lights need to, or I think they do have them wired in now.
Yeah. No, this truck is awesome.
But it's kind of nice, you know, the Raptor, even though it's a high-end truck, it doesn't have, the newer ones do, but it doesn't have some of the high-end features. Like this one still has the full panoramic sunroof in it.
Oh, nice.
All good leather. And so you kind of get some of the comforts of the plain F-150 while you still get the look of the Raptor.
Oh, for sure.
What are you guys going to do with it?
Well, so it's
Take it to
this
car
one
shows and
we
stuff?
will be able to register and drive on the road. We'll definitely take it as to car shows, definitely use it for marketing. I was telling Brett earlier, we got the Honda Civic down here that we're going to put packed on. We got the Toyota Supra, we put T10. This one, hopefully we're going to put the Asset logo, so this is actually going to represent like the Ford department. But also, when I go out and check on the interns, I take a Ranken vehicle. This is available. I'm going to jump in it. If you go out to do a recruiting event, or any of our admissions team goes out to do a recruiting event, take this. It's a showpiece.
Do you have a picture of this when you got it?
I could pull some up, yeah. I'd have to get on the computer, but we do have some.
I mean, for you could get like some type of thing here and put like this what this truck looked like before. You know what I mean?
And I'll show you too. We got a whole binder set of. Hadn't done it in a while, so I'll be honest. The program was hitting the collision program was hitting some speed bumps basically through COVID. You know, how do you teach a hands-on? This collision's all hands-on. How do you teach that over a computer? Yeah. So, but prior to that, we got binders out here of all the cars that we worked on. Since we are a private school, we can build things like this and then actually use them for Ranken. So Ranken can buy this truck wrecked, we can fix it, and then we could sell it if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But mainly what we do is we keep them for our fleet.
Yeah.
Because we've got like 78 cars in the Ranken fleet because we got 4 campuses now.
Oh, okay.
We've got 300 and something employees.
Wow.
And, you know, he just hopped out of a Ranken fleet vehicle. Like I said, all the instructors have to go out. So we need a lot of these cars. And that's one thing that's nice about us is if we were a public school, if we were SWIC, a community college, you can never do anything like this.
Right.
You get whatever you work on has to be a donated vehicle. It has to be destined for the scrap yard. You can't do anything cool with it. You know, you got to leave it bone stock and just do what the OEM has.
Yeah.
This is some of the fun stuff that we get to do.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not gonna
for
find
sure.
This at any place else.
I'd rather be doing this type of stuff.
Yeah.
If I was going to be a student for this type of stuff.
But yeah, so this one will make asset. I told you about the. So the Aston Martin race team donated 2 of these car bodies.
Is that the Archangel thing, or no? That shop off of Watson, isn't that Is that Archangel?
I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Isn't there a go-kart track or go-kart facility, like in the indoor go-kart racing off of Watson?
I think there's one down there, yeah.
Yeah, so
It used to be up in Earth City, and I think it moved down there.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it.
Maybe they moved it, it's the kind of same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a shop in the back of that same building, and there's some race team with Aston Martins, and because I went there at work, and I was like, what is going on in here? It's like a shop like this, but there's like 6 of these like full-blown race cars in there, and
I wonder if that is. Yeah, it'd be real interesting.
they got a stacker trailer out back with a semi, and it's some big name dude.
So what are you doing with
Beat up and at the end of their life. This one took a pretty hard hit in this corner, so we had to straighten the frame.
This frame's really light, huh?
Yeah, I mean everything.
Is this all aluminum? Oh,
Everything.
man.
And even the entire, this is all aluminum and carbon fiber.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be really light.
Right now, you could grab the back, I could grab the front, and we could pick this car up.
Really?
So light it is. Yeah.
Wow.
It
Yeah,
is
I would go with a light motor then.
Yeah.
Maybe even like an aluminum LS or something.
Yeah, and you know, we build a lot of the LSs here, so that's definitely a possibility. But we kind of do want to have some variety too, because basically everything we have as far as our cars are all LS based.
Okay, yeah, switch it up.
Yeah.
So is Zach going to build something for you?
Eventually, yeah. We got to get the drift car back going. We got to get the drag car back going. So it's got a few cars ahead of it. One, obviously, we got a lot of body work. We're still repairing this whole corner here. Got to get the quarters right. That cart that's actually in front of the Traverse, that's all the body panels as far as side skirts, bumpers, doors, and everything in there. But these are some of our welders here. So we have a whole welding area. So we're getting into a lot. You know, these machines here are dedicated aluminum machines, and then these ones, so this is a 2-torch, it'll do steel and aluminum, and we just purchased 4 new of these, which are the 525s, and they'll do, they're 3-torch, or 3 heads, and they'll do steel, aluminum, or silicon bronze. And I'll show you our
How much is that welder?
about $8,000.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's still a lot, but I was expecting way more. That's awesome to be able to do all of it, though.
These are actually our nitrogen welders for plastic, so we'll weld plastic. This one is actually the same thing, just a different company, but Pro Spot, but same basic setup with the 3-torch, does the same 3. And then this is our actual welding area. And so we got 20 welders just set up for steel welding. Still the majority in collision that we weld is steel. And it's a lot of plug welding. So we're not going to do like a continuous, you're not going to weld
Right,
10
you're just
inches
gonna
of a straight
Weld a
bead.
plug and pull.
Right. So we certify in the ICAR steel welding and we certify in aluminum. We're coming in our second semester. We get in here and that's when we teach all the techniques, because there's not much of a technique difference from aluminum to steel or steel to aluminum. Couple key differences, but we try to go about 2.5 weeks straight of welding, learn how the machine works, how to actually do a weld, and then certify you in steel. Story too, so this is our public safety car.
Crown Vic.
It was parked out here on Page at night, and somebody fell asleep driving their car, hit the car behind this car, actually went airborne and landed in the trunk.
What?
Oh, wow.
Landed in the trunk, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we brought in, I mean, everything from the doors back, we
So the
repaired.
car that hit the back car flipped over on top of this car, or the
Well, I think it
car
like,
that he hit flipped over?
I didn't get to actually see it, but I can tell you, like this quarter, other than it being spread out, wasn't even damaged. So all I heard is it went airborne and landed in the truck. I'm thinking maybe it like hit the tire or something, and
Yeah.
actually caught air, and then nosedived basically here.
Jeez.
So all new glass, all new deck lid, obviously bumper, tail lights. The quarters were like 8 inches. I'm talking this thing actually came out like this. And same
Oh,
thing
wow.
right here. So I had to pull all that in.
Wow, no, it looks like factory.
Yeah, I mean, the students did all the work. Normally on a case like this, they could have actually used like a new rear body panel, but you just can't get the parts for it, so we had to repair everything. I
Wow.
mean, the deck lid's new, the tail light's new, the bumper's new, but all the sheet metal, the quarters are still original. All of the rear metal, rear body panel, all original.
A lot of Bondo or no?
No, not really. I mean, we've got some pretty sophisticated measuring equipment over there between our 3 frame racks.
Mm-hmm.
So, then I was able to get on there, pull it back into place. Like I said, the bumper and the quarters and the tailgate, or not the quarters, the bumper and the tailgate, they're actually new. So there's no filler really in them. This quarter over here had to get a little bit of body filler in it. I think there was a pretty good kink up in this area that kind of went all the way down.
Oh, it looks good.
Little train fan. What's that thing around 9? I haven't actually seen it run, but yeah, it should.
36 up.
Okay. Auto car? Yep, auto. Oh. 9. Yeah, front, yeah,
I just put a string death sticks in the line. It's like a train of 60 foot
Right.
drag set up. I heard the 9 inches were allowed, or like just the beginning on it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over. I didn't know it had all the actual drag brake package on it. It's a little bit different underneath here.
Got billet specialties. This is like my cars. It got the control arms too. Oh, it got stock control arms still. Probably what, Viking shocks. You got strange on the rears. I have strange on the rears on mine too.
Here's our got big front mount turbo on it. You can see under here. Cools down.
What size turbo?
I don't know the size of it actually. So ever since I've been here, so a year and a half, they've actually been changing the electronic system on it. I think they're actually putting a Holley Terminator in it now, which is almost bad. They've been doing that for like a year, and we're just now introducing all Hall Tech to all of our tuning classes, so we might even be switching this again from the Terminator over to a Hall Tech system.
I thought Zach said he did Holley and Alltech, right?
Yeah, so they do both, but I think
Okay.
Hall Tech is like the way they're going.
pushing. That's a good system for sure.
I think it's just more actual track based, like the Terminator. That's still not that the guys at the track aren't using it.
It's still a street strip.
It's a hobbyist, and
That's what's in my dad's car. He's got a '69 Camaro,
yeah,
Texas Speed, twin turbo, and he did the Holley Big Dash. And
yeah,
this car's set up.
yeah. So hopefully we'll get this back up and running this year. We want this one at the track come that August event. This is one that our Retro Tech class has been working on. This is a 66 GTO, full restoration on it.
Probably put LS in that too.
Yeah, still otherwise in there. Our drift car, actually getting a new, so that did have one of our LSs in it. So the high performance class builds LSs every year. And then the student, all the way from buy a junkyard motor, do all the machine work, build it, start to finish. And then the students can either buy that motor, if you built your engine, you want to buy it, you pay just for the parts. What? So I mean, you're buying a 500 horsepower.
That's awesome.
It's actually a 5.3, but they brought them to a 5.7. So you're buying a 5.7 LS, all aluminum, for under $3 grand. All, I mean, good crank, good rods, everything. Or if you don't want it, we'll sell them to instructors, everything, but we kind of have like a stockpile LSs laying over. Well, that's what was in this car. And believe it or not, they ran that thing for like 3 years. I mean, this car's off the rev limiter every single night, no problems. But it was only, and it's Pro Charge.
It was a 5.7.
So 5.3, board to 5.7, Pro Charger. Made like $750. Yeah. Loved it, but that's not Pro status anymore. You need 1,200 plus. So $750, this one was putting down, just wasn't enough. Now they're building a 1,600 horsepower 6.0 based engine for it. Now we're going to tune it down to 1,012 to keep it alive for a long time.
Wow.
But that's
Pro
why
Charger still?
Still Pro Charge.
Yeah. Yeah. No, mine's a 6.0 now in the train.
Very nice. You get that thing to the track very much, or just
I
more
took
on the
it
street?
to Bonterre, and it did like a 690 and
That's good.
but that was with a stock 342. It's got a 410 in now, so
Okay.
I raised the jets too to that 150 shot. I haven't been since, but we plan on going there this Saturday. They're doing a JJ's arm drop
Yeah.
off of Street Outlaws, you know, JJ the boss.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
So this
That'll be
Saturday,
fun.
yeah.
That's still got a 4L60 in it, or you don't even take the transmission yet?
Yeah, Trains to Go did a build on it.
Gotcha.
460.
Kind of stall.
Like 36.
Yank or precision?
I'm not sure. I bought it off of a buddy. Already all set up and going. Yeah, no, I mean, it's set up good. It's down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As long as you're at 410, man, that thing's gonna.
It woke it up.
You're gonna go like 1.4, 1.5, 60. I got 60 footer. That thing did.
It's full suspension, tubular. I want to see that thing around. That thing's clean.
Hopefully here real soon. We're gonna have that.
Dude, how do you pick your driver?
Well, so no, we've got 3 of our instructors actually. This is his truck. I'm sure he's here. He's actually certified. He has his own, and Ranken was the sponsor of it this year. But he has his own. He has a 1967 Camaro that is certified, I think, like 8.8. So he's certified to run that car. Zach, our high performance instructor, is certified to run that fast. And then I believe Mike Whitcraft, who is kind of actually the head of our car club, I think is certified to run that fast. But they're the only 3 that's certified.
Is that Rankens in the quarter? You have to be certified?
I think anything, yeah.
It's a mile an hour thing, or?
Do you see the dragster?
Oh, sweet. Dragster?
That's a real high, that's actually a 57 Corvette underneath that tarp there too. That thing's got a whole, like, was it Art Morrison tube chassis and everything underneath of it.
Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't play around.
So again, it's kind of on the list. Got to get the GTO done, and then hopefully that.
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it though.
So it's goes all the way from like Michigan
to North Carolina.
Yeah, and it's not the races and who can get there fastest, but it's all about
Making it
following
there.
the map like to a T. Everything's pre-war cars, so it has to be like 1948 or older. It has to be pretty much factory based, and then it'll actually give you directions like turn on right at this stop sign from mile marker
It'll give you a
10
map.
to mile marker
Oh, really?
20, go 45 miles an hour. I mean, it's like,
So you got to get the close. You have a time you're supposed to shoot for to get there.
yeah.
That's awesome. How many like days is it?
9.
9 days.
Yeah, and students are going down, so again, we have instructors who are going to be driving this right now. We have a little bit of, it's insurance is the truth of it on how liability. So I think the only car that our students can drive is that Mark IV Supra. But the students still get to go and ride with them. You have a trailing car in case you break down, so they'll have somebody there to help fix it. But also you have your navigator telling you, slow down at 30 miles an hour, turn right here, blah, blah, blah.
That's involved.
So the students are going to participate with that.
There's an older guy that was a Ranken student. He's done it with his wife, and says you're completely exhausted after 9 days.
I'm dead. Just hearing about it, I'm like,
Because you got to be like calculating everything and constantly following the map or following the instructions.
And they have like stops and car shows throughout. Like you'll end your night at this diner, and then everybody gets in there, and there's like a big car show.
Yeah, they're stopping this year. They're stopping in Springfield and Effingham.
oh, okay.
They'll spend the night in Springfield and they have lunch in Effingham. That's so.
How fast does this thing go?
I don't know. I don't know that it's ever actually been out on the road yet. They're going to go on like a 2,000-mile race.
Well, we're gonna test it out.
They did. It actually had. It came with the original 3-speed. Actually, still ran and everything, but they did have to make some changes to get it safe and everything. So they had to update all the brakes. They actually put an air correct, like a 1929 Ford flathead V8 in it. Took it from like 25 horsepower to 60 horsepower, but still original transmission. I'm pretty sure original rear end. They did have to change it from the wood spoke wheels that are still around here somewhere, but actual metal grills.
Must have been some big hail that got the
Yeah, look at the dings in this.
Yeah. It was beat up pretty darn good. Dang.
Wow, that's got to be like a dealer's nightmare.
Good for us though. That's another instructor's car there with that Mustang. He's got that thing pretty nice. And then we got another instructor, Denali, he's on back there. That's a turbo car. 6'2", I think. Yeah. That thing sounds
We
pretty
still have
wicked,
that box
man.
truck.
It's got a fender cut out on the side, so that thing sounds pretty gnarly.
You guys have a YouTube channel?
I think so.
I think we do, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how often they post stuff on it.
Yeah,
We're
you
supposed to be
guys-
hiring somebody for social media, which we really
You guys could totally make a ton of money, I think. Like, if you took this car, do what you do anyways, fix it all, and, you know, just make it like a video by video thing, and you guys could probably make a ton of money.
Yeah, we're trying to. So we hired a student actually to start doing that. I know we did like some sound clips. So this thing actually sounds pretty cool. It pops and
I had
oh, God,
a
it pops.
19 S550 and a Mustang.
Yeah.
These cars are awesome. I mean, for 40, well, they were like 40 grand. They're
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But okay, well, yeah, and then same thing. So we share these alignment racks and all the balancers and everything over here too.
Well, I don't know how much I filmed or what got filmed, but Ranken has a ton to offer, and engine building, tuning, haul tech, Holly, like they have a lot of stuff to teach, you know, anybody that wants to learn the stuff. The auto body, paint, and collision, and dude, like I did not know it was this involved. I mean, they got a full-blown race shop down here. Like they're taking blocks and building boost motors, nitrous motors, like just they got a 3.8 Whipple in there on a Hemi that made 1200 and shredded the belt. Like, dude, like they got some freaking stuff. So if you guys are thinking about getting into this type of field or whatever, just want to learn it for yourself, definitely check it out because they're not messing around. They got They got a turbo drag Trans Am. They got C5 drift car. Dude, they have so much. What else do they have? A Supra? They have a Mark IV Supra. They got a new Supra. They got this cart that's all electric they're building. They got a S650 Mustang they're about to be doing some work to. I mean, dude, I can't even name everything that they have, but they have some stuff. So probably gonna be working with them in the future, doing either show or car shows or drag stuff, drift stuff, I don't know. But thanks to Ranken for having me out, and they got some sick stuff. I mean, they had a engine dyno with like a small block Chevy and a massive blower dual carb setup, and in one room they had like 15 LS blocks tore down, ready for the kids to build, like pistons, rods, heads. Like, they're building a Atlas, what is that, a 4.2 with a Garrett 76 millimeter. They're trying to figure out what they're gonna put that in. I mean, they got some sick stuff. So if you guys are looking to get in that side of the field or just want to know for your own shop or garage, I'd definitely check it out. They're right here in St. Louis, and I know they have a few other locations, but this is their main campus, and it's massive, dude. That campus got to be like 10 acres. I don't know. So I'm gonna end it off here. I'm driving home now. Yeah, thanks for watching, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.